Hey guys, how's it going? This is Christopher John Hill, and here we are with part 2 of the beta preview of the Guild Wars 2 Special Elite Classes. And essentially, this is the Willbender. Don't forget guys, I am a writer on Amazon, so please feel free to check that out on the description below. Also, please don't forget to leave me a like, subscribe, and a comment, and to click the bell symbol. Alrighty, so let's get underway. This is the Willbender. And we're going to start off with going through the utilities down the bottom here. First off, you have the Reversal of Fortune, basically negating the next incoming strike and healing you instead. So basically this gives you a good amount of healing in combat if you're ever in trouble, and it reverses the damage essentially. The Whirling Lights, it's basically lunge forwards and perform a whirling kick in midair. Basically you spin around with a fire field beneath you, which creates fire damage and area effect. The next one is a shadow step to your target and basically hit them. And then this one right here, you have interruptions, basically just stun them. Of course, you have another one on the trait line, which is going to be break the stun and dodge backwards. You can use that if you want to escape enemies. Entirely up to you guys. Personally, these are the ones I prefer. And then you have the Heaven's Palm, which basically is a knockdown on the elite side of things. And then you have down here on the attack 4, which is of course strike the foe in melee, hit them once and then hit them again. So basically a double attack, dual attack. And then you have this one, which allows you to advance to your foe quickly. Basically shadow step to them and then hit them, which slows them down. On F1 you have the first virtue, which of course does a little bit of flame damage and a little bit of might. F2 gives you a little bit of regeneration and swiftness. And then the F3, which basically leaps towards them, and I have on the trait line some stability, which is invaluable from getting knocked down. Alrighty, let's show you what the build can do, and you guys can make up your own minds as to whether or not you like the class or not. So we have the regular attacks first, and then you have the extra ones. So they're very useful for getting into your enemies quickly. You can just shadow step to them. And then of course you have these ones right here, which you can use to move up to your enemy. And then F3 to gain stability in case they want to cast a boulder and knock you over. In this case you didn't, I got lucky. But yep, my biggest issue with the class so far has been the lack of stability. You can use stability on the utilities by putting different utilities in, but if you don't, then you're gonna be suffering big time against these kinds of foes when they throw a boulder at you, and which they do quite often. At the moment I've been lucky, they haven't really done it. Yep, there you go, my first knockdown. But yeah, that's my biggest complaint about the class, is that essentially your Aegis is not going to protect you from these guys from getting knocked down. And even if you spin around, nope, you still get knocked down. There's no dodge. So yeah, that's another one of my complaints. When you activate these abilities, it doesn't make you immune to getting knocked over or to getting hit. So yeah, that's kind of a problem. Even when you shadow step, see I tried to click it, it didn't happen. If you don't time it exactly right, you're essentially going to get knocked down every single time. And the only way to counteract that is hit your F3, use your stability, which doesn't last long at all, as you can see. It goes down very quickly indeed. So yeah, I mean, I got very mixed feelings about this class. It does okay, but if you don't use it correctly, right to the very, very minute second, then you're going to get knocked down, and knocked down. So as you can see, compared to the first class, which is the Virtuoso, is quite a big difference here. I mean, I'm using all my abilities try and knock these things out. So let's try some of the other abilities to disable them. Let's hit them again. The problem is they take so long to regenerate. Good luck trying to spam them, because you really can't do it on the Guardian class at all. There you go, here comes another knockdown. Yep. So yeah, that's my biggest complaint about it so far. Plus, if you use the F1 and F2 abilities, it doesn't go far enough when you hit it. Not far enough by a long shot. It should go right up to your target, but it doesn't. F2, you have to direct it. It's very clunky. And the fire field is very small. So yeah, those are my really biggest complaints about this class. Seriously. I know I'm trying to show this class off to you guys and to recommend it, but yeah, I'm trying to point out the flaws of the class as well, so you know exactly what's wrong with it. Alrighty, so everything that can hopefully fix it. Alrighty, so let's change to our number 2 on the trait lines. Well, I'll show these at the very end, and then we're going to change our equipment as well to number 2. The first one was Berserker. I'll just quickly show you it before I switch it. It was power, precision, vitality, and ferocity for the most part. And then, of course, you have the superior sigil force and superior sigil fire on the swords. So let's go to number 2 now. On this one, we're going to have, of course, conditional damage and a little bit of ferocity. And, of course, we're going to have a good amount of critical chance. This is going to be power, precision, and conditional damage. Here, runes of the scholar. Superior sigil force and superior sigil of torment. So, alrighty, let's show you what this is capable of. This is my basically conditional version of the Willbender. So I'll let you guys make up your own minds, see what you think of it, see if it's worth going for or not. It does do a little bit of fire damage, but in my opinion, it doesn't last long enough to make it worthwhile. You can try to use your F abilities. And yeah, they do a little bit of fire, but not enough in my mind to make it worthwhile. So yeah, and it takes a little while for that damage to kick in. It does okay, it does, but it's a little underwhelming, guys. It's a little underwhelming. And if you don't dodge these things all the time, you're gonna get knocked down, even with your Aegis on. Once again, that's one of my biggest complaints. Once more. This class is really better suited to taking out multiple foes rather than single foes, but I wanted to show you this just so you guys could see what it was, where its weaknesses were and where its strengths were. So yeah, keep getting knocked down all the time. Alrighty, let's go into a mob, and I'll just show you what it can do inside of a mob itself. So let's go and find some multiple enemies. Right around here, looks good. Let's bring them all together. Take them out, and let's spin around. There you go. So, as you can see, the F abilities are a little bit clunky, guys. It's a lot of flashy moves, a lot of moving around, without too much payoff in the end, to be honest. I mean, I'm trying to love the class, I really am. I really am trying to love the Guardian Willbender, but I'm a little bit disappointed, I really am. I'm sorry to say that. But I think it could be done better. Maybe a fire field and more stability abilities on your attacks down here. Like maybe the number 4 gives you stability, that would be nice. But yeah, we don't have it at the moment. So. Alrighty, let's head back and wrap this one up. Okay guys, basically what we have on the build number 2, which is the conditional build, we have, of course, virtues. And then we have the Unscathed Contender, extra 20% damage. We have the Inspiring Virtue, gives you extra 10% damage. And then, of course, we have the Permeating Wrath, which is going to give you more fire damage on your passive attacks. So Radiance is the next one. We have, of course, Right Hand Strength, which increases the regeneration of your one-handed melee weapons. Radiant Fire, which is going to give you Zealot's Flame, basically on your character, so when they hit you, inflict fire damage. And then you have Amplified Wrath, which burning inflicts increased damage and the duration applied. On the Willbender trait lines, we have, of course, the Boon Pact. You gain concentration. Any boons you apply to. This is the only one I wanted to take because the other two, they basically punish you for taking them. I mean, come on, negative 240 toughness gives you 240 power, and then this one, yeah, decreases the healing to others by 33%. I mean, quite honestly, I'm not really that impressed with those two trait lines at all. On this one, I went for, of course, the Holy Reckoning. The damage increased by 33%. That's pretty good, not bad at all. These other two, it's entirely up to you. I mean, it's really up to you. I mean, you can get your virtues recharged quicker on that one. And then on this one, activating Courage grants protection and resolution. So yeah, you get better protection when you activate. I think it's your F3 ability. And then on the last one, we have the Lethal Tempo, gives you extra damage in combat. You can go for this one if you want to, but then you lose your healing altogether. you no longer heal. So what's the point on that one? I mean, come on, why would you? Seriously. This one, Deathless Courage, killing a foe extends the duration of courage. Yeah, that's dependent on whether or not you have a lot of foes around you and you're killing them all the time. And at the moment, yeah, if you're taking on single foes, good luck with that. Okay, let's go back to number 1. Basically, we have Radiance, you have the, yeah, that one again, you have the Retribution, increase the damage dealt when you have Resolution, and then the Resolution increases your chances to critically strike, so yeah, there you go. And then Virtues, you have the same again, and then on this one we changed it to the stability, so every time you hit F3 you have a little bit of stability, but it's not enough on my mind to make it worthwhile. You're going to have to use your utilities to get stability, guys. Good luck with that, because you have to run into the middle of those abilities when you cast them. Alrighty, on the last trait line, Willbender, we have the Moon Pacts. Yeah, let's go for that. Let's not go for the negative, and yeah, negative on that. It's not going to help your parties out at all. And then you have the same again, and then same again. Alrighty, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. And let's head on to part 3 of the video. And as for the equipment lines, I'll just quickly show you those before we go. You have, of course, power, ferocity, conditional. Sorry, on this one, power, ferocity, and conditional damage. And on this one, you have, of course, ferocity and conditional damage right there, 1065. Plus 50% chance, critical. Alrighty, on to the next one.